control. I think everybody should know gun control. I believe everybody should own a gun, but with owning a gun, knowing how to properly use it, when to use it, and having like a pretty good background check. So not everyone can just have a gun. Well, just growing up, I've always been around guns, family wise, and just like toy guns and stuff like that. And just how my family is just kind of like political aspect of it is, it's just everyone should own a gun if they're just capable of owning one and knowing how to use one. So not just anybody, but just anyone with like the right mindset that knows when to use it, how to properly use it. So I've just always just been kind of comfortable with it, with the idea of owning one or other people owning one. Somebody like that, someone that's really sensitive, or someone that assumes anything that has to do with like someone getting shot by a gun has to do with like the gun shot the person, not the person behind the gun. Anyone that's like easily offended. I know a lot of those people that think like, all right, anyone that shot someone, it's not the person who shot someone because they probably had a bad like growing up like history or something, but really it's just like it's not the gun's fault, it's that person's fault. The gun didn't pull the trigger, he did. So it's people that just are with like the mindset that someone who's easily offended or easily sensitive or something like that, usually those people are the ones that believe gun control should be like people shouldn't have guns. To understand from their viewpoint, I don't know. I mean, I've always just been like a hard-headed person, so those like when people get like all freaked out and worked up that like, oh, someone like the whole Vegas thing that went on, like you can already tell like there's gonna be so many people saying like ban guns and stuff like that, but really that guy was just something going on in his head, and he just somehow got his hands on some guns, probably never had like a bad background check or like a bad background until maybe something happened after he was already owning some guns and then made him want to do that. So I don't really know what to say in in this question, because I've always just thought like, you know, if it happens, it happens, but there's nothing you can really like do to stop someone from doing something like that if they didn't have like a history before they did something like that. It goes two ways. I believe to ensure other people's safety from that one person who hasn't done anything, so he had a clean background, got a gun, got motivated for some reason, or just went crazy. I think everybody should own a gun, so if some guy goes crazy like that again, everyone's armed to protect themselves, and they can stop that guy from killing more than one or two people, because if he gets one or two people, then if everyone else is armed, the chances are that he'll only get one or two people instead of just keep shooting while everyone runs because they're not armed. So even after that, I still believe people should own guns, because there's always going to be someone who had a clean background check and then something motivates them to go crazy and start shooting people. That's always going to happen, because it's hard to just stop people from like purchasing a gun if they have a clean background check. So that's why I believe everybody should have a gun. So when that one person just suddenly decides to just go rogue, you're safe because you're armed yourself to stop that guy. So my opinion doesn't change. I think everyone should still own a gun. In this situation, I feel like just to prevent something like that happening again, I think ensuring that everyone has a gun. So if someone wants to go rogue and shoot someone, he realizes like, oh, like half the people around me are probably armed themselves, so it's just maybe that person will think there's no point. Like, I'd rather just take my own life than take 3 other people's lives and then then get shot. So hopefully it just lowers the chances, knowing that, all right, I'm not going anywhere with this because everyone around me is gonna have their gun pointed at me after I pull mine out. If that's the right answer you're looking for.
No, it's bro. Okay, yeah, that's good.